And we start at 5 with breaking news. In the last hour, the judge in the Delphi murders case denied a defense request to appeal two rulings before the trial.
The order today from Judge Francis Gold means the trial remains scheduled to begin October 14th. Richard Allen's defense team wanted the Indiana Court of Appeals to overturn two recent orders. One, allowing jurors to hear Allen's alleged confessions. The other, preventing the defense from mentioning other possible suspects and their theory that the murders were part of a ritual killing.
Allen is accused of murdering Libby German and Abby Williams in February 2017. You can read all about the entire case online.
Just scan the QR code right here. It'll take you to WTHR.com/Delphi.
Tonight, a man is in the hospital after a shooting involving Indianapolis Metro Police.
And we're hearing that the officers say they got a call just before noon about a hostage situation. This is on the north side. That's when they responded to the Clearwater neighborhood near East 79th and North Keystone Avenue. That's actually where we find Samantha Johnson tonight.
And Sam, you just heard from police a little bit ago. What are they telling you?
Well, Justin and Felicia, I do want to start by saying there are only a few investigators here at the scene right now. River Road is back open for the first time all afternoon. Like you mentioned, the Somerset Lake Apartments here behind us just off Keystone Avenue. And this is where police say a woman was being held hostage around 11:30 this morning. They tell us when they got here, they went to that apartment, knocked on the door, gave several commands, but no response. And that's when they say they heard a woman screaming inside. They say they saw a man with a gun. So officers made their way inside. That man allegedly shot at police, and two officers fired back, hitting that man at least once. Now, police here at the scene tell us that man was taken to the hospital and is said to be in stable condition. It's important to tell you that woman inside the apartment was not hurt, nor were any of the officers involved in this scene today. We did talk to the assistant chief, Mike Woolley, who confirmed this is the 11th officer-involved shooting involving IMPD just this year. Here's what he had to say.
In all, I think there's an erosion of just respect in general. And in this case, had the gentleman listened, I don't think that we would be here.
Now, those two officers who fired their guns were wearing body cameras. Officers here at the scene tell us they were on, and both officers are on administrative leave tonight, which is standard protocol for IMPD. Investigators tell us they also recovered a gun inside that apartment. And as folks are making their way home this evening, I do want to confirm that the police tell us there's no ongoing threat in this neighborhood. Dustin and Felicia, like we mentioned, this road back open just now for the first time all afternoon. So as the investigation continues, of course, we'll keep you updated here on 13 News and online at WTHR.com.
All right, Samantha Johnson reporting live. Thank you so much.
Also developing tonight, we're hearing from the family of a young mother who police say was shot and killed by her Uber driver.
Police believe the shooting happened on Indy Southeast Side as she was coming home from work Sunday morning. Our Chase Howe joins us in studio tonight after speaking with her family.
And they told you they knew something was up when they didn't hear from her.
Yeah, Dustin, Felicia, Shanty's Dixon's mom says she always checked in with her, so when she couldn't get a hold of her, she filed a police report with IMPD that next day, never thinking her daughter would end up dead. As Risa Dixon lights her cigarette, she begins to cry when thinking about her daughter, Shanty.
My heart is saying that she's gonna walk through the door, say, "Hey, mama, what y'all doing?" That's what my heart's saying, but I know she not gonna physically walk through the door. She always say, "Ma, you know you my best friend." And I'm like, "Girl, yeah, I know. And you my best friend."
Shanty was also a mother, an aunt, and the oldest of her siblings.
You could not miss her presence because she was going to let you know when she come through the door. And when I say, "Hey, y'all, hey, y'all." And she made sure that her kids, her nieces, her nephews, her sisters, her brother, they knew that she loved them.
Dixon says Shanty not only left an imprint on those she met, but also left them feeling loved.
She was so selfless. So selfless. She will put herself in dumb positions just to help her friends out. So take that selfless and take that love. Y'all want to remember her, y'all get a heart. Y'all get a heart and show the love. Because that's what she would have wanted and that's what she would have did.
Now, I was talking to Dixon off camera, and she told me Shanti was her oldest. And so I asked her, I'm like, what was it like when she was born? And she was just saying how Shanti was the only child of hers that never caused her any pain. And at 6 months, she was walking and talking, and she was like, well, she never stopped. So
Warm memories. Hopefully she clings to those right now. All right, Chase, heartbreaking. Thank you. Tonight, a 21-year-old Indianapolis man is under arrest, accused in the murder of a 16-year-old.
Gershom Hanna is accused of shooting and killing Keith Ray this past April on the northwest side. The shooting happened on West 25th Street, just east of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Street.
Hanna told police Ray messaged him earlier the same day about committing a robbery. Newly released court documents reveal Hanna claims he and Ray met a man who pointed a gun at the teen. That's when Hanna told detectives he did what he had to do.
Gershom now faces several charges, including murder and attempted murder, after the other man showed up at a hospital shot and in critical condition. And tonight, an Indianapolis family is without their home after a cigarette put out in a planter on the back porch started a fire. 2 firefighters were hurt while trying to put out this fire.
One of them is still in the hospital tonight with serious but thankfully not life-threatening injuries. Emily Longnecker joins us with a look at what happened to these firefighters. Emily?
Yeah, this house fire was so intense that, take a look, the heat from flames actually melted the siding on the neighbor's house. Neighbors on both sides of this fire had to evacuate. This is the house that actually caught on fire last night. The family was able to get out safely thanks to the family's dog. But take a look, the entire roof on this house collapsed. And when it did, it collapsed on top of 2 firefighters who were doing a last-minute search of the second floor.
Fire crews say when they got on scene early Wednesday morning, the fire was moving up the back of the house. The fire reached the attic, they say, just as 2 firefighters were on the second floor. That brought the roof down.
Basically, they said the roof was completely on fire and landed right on top of them.
Both those firefighters were able to get out of the house before being taken to the hospital. One has already been released. The other is still in the hospital with serious but not life-threatening injuries.
Those 2 firefighters recovering tonight. The family who lives in this house, they didn't want to talk on camera. It has obviously been a difficult night for them, but this is a close-knit neighborhood here on the southeast side of India. Neighbors tell me that people have been stopping by and offering to help them in any way they can. On the southeast side, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.
Today marks 23 years since the 9/11 terrorist attacks.
And memorials across the country honored close to 3,000 victims today. So we saw some here in central Indiana as well.
This is James Clark right here. Rain or shine, he's waved an American flag on the 56th Street Bridge over 465 every single year since the attacks.
Clark, who is an Air Force veteran, wants to remind others of those who sacrificed their lives 23 years ago.
On a day like today where we can slow down and the luxuries and the comforts that we share, that we all feel daily, in my mind, were bought and paid for by guys who made sacrifices for us, particularly on a hard day like this in our American history.
You can also pay your respects at the Indiana 9/11 Memorial.
It's near the Idle Jorg Museum in downtown Indy. It features 2 11,000-pound beams from the Twin Towers.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what's so...
And the national anthem filled the Indianapolis International Airport this morning for its annual Patriot Day ceremony.
That's where a piece of steel from the World Trade Center is on display, honoring the victims and members of Indiana Task Force 1 as well, who responded to Ground Zero.
Air quality continues to be impacted by wildfire smoke, now in the moderate category for all of central Indiana. So not necessarily unhealthy, but it's not good either. If you suffer from upper respiratory problems, take it easy the rest of the day. Temperatures are in the middle and upper 80s, nearing 90 with that smoke-filled sky under some sunshine. We're a few degrees warmer than this time yesterday. We're up 3 in Indianapolis, up 4 in Lafayette. We will stay in the low 80s through 8 o'clock this evening. Francine just strengthened to a Category 2 hurricane. I'll have more on the local impact in a few minutes.
All right, Angela, thanks very much. Let's talk about the Indiana Fever now. They are on fire.
And they're coming off a win in overtime this past weekend as they get ready for tonight's game against the Las Vegas Aces. Dominic Miranda's at Gainbridge Fieldhouse right now.
Dom, it's sounding like this is going to be a huge game for the Fever.
Man, what an opportunity tonight for the Indiana Fever. The back-to-back WNBA champion, Las Vegas Aces in town. A playoff type atmosphere is what we're expecting on hand tonight. Like you said, the Fever, one of the hottest teams in the WNBA, 8-2 since the Olympic break, are the Indiana Fever. They're clicking on all cylinders. It's going to be fun tonight. There's no doubt about it. A great measuring stick for you as a team since you've been so hot this second half of the season. 4 games remaining for the Indiana Fever, 3 of which are at home, 2 of which, including tonight and Friday, are against the back-to-back WNBA champs, the Las Vegas Aces. I suspect a playoff type atmosphere in this one tonight and Friday night in downtown Indy. It's going to be a lot of fun. Fever head coach Christy Sides detailed what's so challenging when it comes to Las Vegas and this team's mindset as the regular season winds down.
They're talented, whether Asia plays or not. They've got players around, that can hurt you at any time. Defensively is where we've been really trying to focus and lock in on. I mean, they have so many weapons out there, but just making sure, really focused on getting stops, giving them one opportunity to get a shot, and then being able to run in transition. Our goal is just to keep getting better, keep improving, so we can make a push in these playoffs and not just be. We're not satisfied with just making the playoffs. We think we can get in these games and do some damage.
Right there, what Christy Sides just said. This is an opportunity to prove that you can not only make the playoffs, but make some noise in the playoffs. A huge opportunity here at home tonight. Tip-off at 7 p.m. We're going to have a full recap for you tonight at 11. Remember, you can watch this game on WALV. WALV, we'll see you there. Should be fun, guys.
Absolutely. Thanks, Dom. And WALV is our sister station. Tonight at 7 is channel 13.3.
We know it can sometimes be tricky to find that channel, so we're making it easy for you.
Just scan this QR code that you see right here. It'll take you to WTHR.com/fever, where we've outlined where you can find the channel.
A life cut short, trying to save the person she loved.
Hear from the family of a woman who just moved to Indy before dying in the water off Puerto Rico. That's ahead at 5:30. But first at 5, it's one of the claims made during the presidential debate, which has a lot of people talking.
However, our Verify team found there's no evidence to support former President Trump's statements about Haitian immigrants, how the rumor got started. Plus, we're taking a look at some of the other claims made during the contentious debate.
We have that next.